I'm Emma Armstrong.
And I'm Morgan Pagel. Today we'll be looking at the latest news updates.
And how Springfield Public Schools will be turning towards online.
Braden Nelson is here with your forecast.
And Sadie Chisholm has your latest in sports. This is Newswatch Today. Thanks for joining us this morning. Right now we have Braden giving us a first look at the weather.
Thanks, Emma. In a surprising turn of events, it's actually warm today. So currently it's about 65 degrees, which doesn't seem too warm. We do have a lot of humidity in the air with about 93 degrees. Wind chill's not too bad, even though we have high winds at the moment. So basically you'll feel that sun on your face, you'll feel that wind coming towards you. And later on in the day, it rises up to a surprising 81 degrees, which is crazy. Actually, it's kind of the last day of summer, if you want to call it, until we get into those colder temperatures. More on that in the full forecast. But you'll see that it's 81. Soak that up as much as you can. Same humidity, pretty much same of that. The winds are the winds are a little bit higher though. So overall, it's going to be a really nice day today. And then it'll be a little bit dreary the rest of the week. And then tonight it'll be a little bit rainy past like 4 a.m. So unless you're out past 4 a.m., I don't think you need to really worry about that. It'll be about 46 degrees. So yeah, that's our first forecast.
Thanks, Braden. I guess we will know more during your full forecast. Springfield Public Schools are considering in-person classes for the second quarter. Currently, 75% of students are attending in-person classes 2 days a week while attending online for the other 3 days, and 25% of the students are attending online for all 5 days. A thought exchange took place from September 28th through October 2nd so that the district could receive feedback from staff, parents, and students. More than 6,800 people participated in sharing compliments, suggestions, and ideas. Evangel Student Government is well underway this year. Sam Labertu has the latest on the story.
Evangel Student Government Association, more commonly known as Senate, is comprised of presidents and senators that represent the halls and departments. Last Monday, Senate met again to discuss upcoming bills, changes to the Constitution, as well as a swearing in of the new senators.
So this year in Senate, I would really love to get a Senate body compiled. We had a very fresh group of senators. We had to re-elect and have some new positions filled. And so I'd love to make sure that all of those people are trained and feel enabled to make sure that their representatives' voices are heard, make sure that they know how to present a bill, make sure that they're comfortable with Robert's rules. And so we'd love to get them on that page, and then hopefully come spring semester pump out some campus projects bills and some policy review bills. We have some awesome committee heads that are veterans that are coming back, and they are manning the campus projects committee and the policy review committee, and they have some awesome goals for this semester and next semester, and I think we're going to see some really big changes.
During the meeting, Senate Executive Board discussed upcoming project bills, including something that will honor Dr. Taylor's legacy.
We're working on a number of bills in order to implement them at our next meeting, hopefully. We're trying to do some things with the art department. Krause has a few bills as well. We're also working on some different departmental bills, and we're just really getting the ball rolling this year. Our big thing this year is we're working on a gift for Dr. Taylor. We're trying to figure out what exactly we can do to really commemorate her time here and just respect her for all of the things she's really brought to this campus, because she's done a lot for us, and we just want to do something small for her.
It looks like Senate is well underway on bringing positive changes and additions to Evangel's campus.
Senate meets every Monday at 8 in Trask 101. Reporting for Newswatch, I'm Sam Labertu.
Thanks, Sam. With winter soon approaching, Germany is investing 500 million euros or 488 million US dollars to improvements of ventilation systems in public buildings, including schools, museums, and public offices. Being that people will be spending much more time inside, the likelihood of spread is higher than during the summertime. The German government further suggests windows to be open for 5 minutes every hour and fans to be running to break up any air particles.
4 new wildfires sparked over the weekend in Colorado and Utah during what has been a record-breaking fire season in the western U.S. More than 8.3 million acres have burned across the country this year. Firefighters have battled the Cowwood and Left Hand Canyon fires in Boulder County over the weekend in Colorado. Responders continue to fight the Cameron Peak Fire, which is the largest wildfire in state history. About 1,600 homes and 2,600 structures were included within the perimeter of the evacuation zone, with about 3,000 people affected by the evacuations. The Missouri Conservation Commission approved a proposed hunting framework by the Missouri Department of Conservation for a potential future black bear season in Missouri. October 16th through November 14th is the time allotted that the commission is looking for input from the public. If everything gets approved, KY3 reports that the earliest a season could occur would be fall 2021 and would be limited to Missouri residents. Missouri is home to around 540 to 840 black bears. MDC has reported that the last 50 years, the number of bears in the Missouri Ozarks has increased significantly. Having a black bear season would be helpful in decreasing those numbers.
Coming up next, Morgan interviews cheer captain Madison Boxstetter.
And later, we will find out how a young boy is rewarded with a lifetime zoo pass. Next.
Open up your books to page 360.
Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Talking about inspirational quotes.
You gotta believe in yourself. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow?
No.
Snow-covered trees.
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
Though many movie productions had to be put on hold, crippling Hollywood, Netflix thrived. With people staying in their homes to social distance, new subscribers have appeared, driving up the stock for Netflix by 70%. The concern, however, is keeping that going when they're competing against the new streaming service, Disney+, which was released in December of 2019. Will Netflix still be chill, or will Disney+ be colder in their pursuit to compete? A boy is rewarded with a lifetime zoo pass. Why? He spotted what appeared to be a lemur that was found to be stolen on Wednesday, October 4th from the San Francisco Zoo. The director of the Hope Lutheran Day School found it hard to believe. They called the police, who brought zookeepers to herd Maki the lemur into a cage. On Thursday, a 30-year-old Corey McGinley was booked on charges of burglary, grand theft of an animal, looting, and vandalism. Now Morgan interviews Madison Boxstetter. Take it away, Morgan.
Thanks, Emma. Thank you so much for being here today, Maddie.
Of course.
Well, first of all, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your major, your year?
Yeah, so I am a senior, and my major is marketing and advertising with a minor in photography.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you are a co-captain on the cheer team, is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
So when did that happen? What year?
So we decided to have co-captains, or more of them and everything, but it was this semester, and so yeah, so I'm just the co-captain of the cheer team, and I'm more of like the marketing side, so I run like the social media and all the chalk that is outside. I am in charge of that, and so is Olivia Hayes, and yeah, I just make sure that all the girls are just ready to go, and just talk to them in the group chat, and just make sure that they know their dances, and yeah, so just make sure that they're just ready for our football games.
That's awesome. And obviously cheer is a very unified sport. So how has that been this year with all the challenges we've faced so far?
It has actually been very difficult. So we're not allowed to stunt, and during practices we have to wear a mask, and our practices are around we either start at 5:30 or 6 and we go until 8 or 8:30, and most of the time that is just all dancing, and so the maybe is already hot, and so just dancing with the mask on and even being 6 feet apart, it's still hard for us to even just take them down for a second to breathe. So it is very challenging, especially during the games, because I know that the past few Saturdays that we've had home games, it has been extremely hot, and so like us like removing our mask and just like taking it completely off, like that is a challenge, because like we're trying to tell like our students and everything to wear a mask, so it has definitely been a challenge. But like we're not allowed to stunt, and so it's just kind of been very difficult, because most of our like practices and like cheering at the games, a lot of it has to do like with stunting and everything, so sometimes it just gets like tiring just like standing there and only doing like dances and cheers. Like it makes like the game seem like forever compared to last semester.
Yeah, I feel like that would be very discouraging.
Oh, yeah.
As the cheer team. How do you guys remain positive, and is that kind of your responsibility to help the girls?
Yeah, so we just kind of tell them that like next semester might look better. So a lot of people don't know, but this last football game, it was actually more of like a tester to kind of see if everybody was going to wear a mask or not. So this past game, it actually decided for us to actually be able to like cheer for all of like the next like football games and for the basketball games. And as of right now, we are cheering this weekend. So I'm assuming that everybody did really well and that we get to continue cheering. But just on the positive side, we just still have fun at practice. Like we still do like events. Like the other night we did like a movie night, and we are going to do a bonfire soon. And then a couple weeks ago we went to the lake. So we kind of just like encourage like the cheer team and everything, just to kind of like realize that like we still get to be a team, and like we still get to cheer, and we still get to do like what we love. So we just try to keep positive attitude during the game and during practice, and
That's
just have fun.
Yeah. What has been your favorite part of cheer?
Honestly, I think just meeting everybody. So this semester we decided to do big and littles, And so,
Oh, so cute.
yeah, it's actually adorable. And so I have a little, and she is from Arkansas, and she is literally just like the sweetest like human ever alive. And so I have been enjoying just getting to like hang out with her and just getting to like know her more. And whenever she first came here, like she immediately got my number and she was like, hey, like where's the laundry room? Like where's all of this stuff? And so like I just love being like a mentor for her. And if she ever has any questions, she always comes for me. And so it's just kind of nice just like being there for somebody and like having like somebody like younger than you like look up to you. So that's
awesome.
been, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here today, Maddie. So Braden, fall has begun, but I feel like we need sweaters one day and the next I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, I definitely can. I definitely feel that as well, especially yesterday. It was crazy. It warmed up all of a sudden, just snuck up on us. But today, I can assure you, as far as this week comes, this is pretty much the last warm day we have this upcoming week. So currently it's 65. We have a high humidity. We have a little bit of wind chill, and then later on, it'll warm up into about 81 degrees. So it'll be pretty sunny. So I'd say soak up all the sun that you can today. And then later on tonight, it'll be about 40-something degrees, and it'll be a little bit rainy past about 4 a.m. It'll be about rainy this upcoming week, but when we come back, we'll look at voting fraud and an all-hall in the AGS chapel, along with that full weather forecast. So stay tuned. I had to do the out for a second, and then I heard the...
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
What are you, superheroes?
Just four brothers who hate bullies and love this city. Gear up, guys.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Good morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused. Fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
The onset of the school year, COVID-19 forced a lot of restrictions to be put into place here on campus. Those restrictions affected everyday student life, but recently, several of those restrictions have been lifted. More events are now able to take place safely on campus, such as the Lewis All Hall Chapel this past Tuesday night. The chapel took place in the Seymour Chapel in the AGTS building, and this was a big deal as the hall was able to safely have a chapel service while indoors. Students were excited at the opportunity to be able to spend time together in community and worship, albeit in a somewhat different setting from what they have grown accustomed
We're in college, so this is like supposed to be our best 4 years of our careers, our lives. So definitely, just with any restrictions, to be able to be with our classmates, our friends, family, wherever it may be, just to have this opportunity to be with them is still, overall good. We could be at home, locked down still, like as we were in the beginning. So, just to be here overall is just a blessing. I'm thankful for it.
And the whole RD team, I think I speak for all of them, is we just want to get back to normal. Not a new normal, although there might not be a back to the original, what this looks like, but I think all of us just want to be able to interact and love and just connect with our students like we used to.
Things are trending in the right direction, but the catch-22 to moving back to normal hinges on students and faculty following all of the CDC guidelines in an effort to continue to reduce the spread of COVID-19 on campus.
The Trump campaign has often claimed that increased postal voting due to the pandemic will lead to tremendous fraud. BBC states that Trump suggested that 50,000 people in Ohio getting erroneous absentee ballots was evidence of a rigged election. The director of the FBI says there is no evidence of widespread fraud. However, Trump repeated the example of a town hall event. The Elections Board in Ohio claimed that the ballot error was a serious mistake and responded to Trump's tweet by saying, quote, "Our board is bipartisan and our elections are fair and every vote will be counted," end quote. Well, down to our last week of October and have been seeing a lot of sunshine and 70-degree weather. How about it, Braden?
We're definitely near the end of that sunny weather, that's for sure. Today is about the last day that we'll see of that, and then later on in the week, it'll be quite rainy and quite cold, but you'll see that in the full forecast. Right now, let's review what's going on right now. So currently, it's about 65 degrees, and it's quite sunny outside. You can see the humidity is pretty high. We don't have too much of a wind chill, though we have high winds coming our way. So it feels quite nice. You'll feel the sun on your face. You'll feel the wind coming towards you. So overall, I think it feels nice at the moment. Later on, it'll warm up. It'll continue to be a very nice day. So please soak it in as much as you can, because it just gets colder from here. Enjoy your last final day of quote-unquote summer. So it'll be 81 degrees later on. Humidity will stay the same. Wind will about double in speed. So we'll see about 22-mile-per-hour winds coming our way, which is a little bit crazy, but I think it'll feel a little bit nice if you don't get blown away. Later on in the day, it'll go down to about 40-something degrees, about 46 degrees, and it'll be a bit rainy past about 4 a.m. So unless you're out at 4 a.m., you don't really need to worry about that, but it is going to be rainy later on in the day. So continuing on, as far as national weather goes, our radar, as you can see, we don't have too many spots in our area at the moment. We have a little bit, and then we might have some coming down to us later on in the day, or later on in the week, rather. But that's kind of what's going down there. And then we're in an overall kind of low here. We're seeing more winds come our way as we see colder weather and rainier weather. As far as the national map goes, as national highs, we are in that red at the moment as far as today goes. But you see that dense blue that's coming down our way, where it'll be a little bit colder. As far as our 7-day forecast, let's check that out. As I said before, it's going to be a little bit colder, a little bit rainier, so let's check that out real quick. So as you can see, there are clouds at all of these. It's not going to be rainy all those days, but it's going to be cloudy all of those days. So we have an overall high of about 61, overall low of 32, which is a freezing temperature. First freezing temperature to my knowledge that we've seen, so look out for that. As far as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday go, we can expect some snow, at least a chance of snow. We'll expect some rain, and then if it's cold enough, we'll see some snow. Will it stick? That's up for you to see. So again, mostly cloudy, mostly rainy. It's overall, it's now fall, now officially fall. If we see any other sunny days, soak them up as much as you can, but otherwise, we're getting into that colder weather.
Up next, we have sports with Sadie Chisholm talking about Evangel golf teams and the Miami Dolphins rookie quarterback. You won't want to miss it.
the best place to find adventure
Come on, this way.
is in the forest.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones
Don't even.
and explore a world of possibilities.
It's beautiful.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant. Behold, the angry giant. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework. He hates homework. I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's
I'm
just
trying
gotta
as
try a
hard
little
as
harder.
I can.
1 in 5 children struggle with learning and attention issues. Go from misunderstanding to understood.org.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
What started as 2 friends longboarding around campus has now turned into a popular club on the south side of Evangel University's campus. The Crusader Skaters is what they call themselves, currently a group of 8 Scott residents that have created a skating club for all types of riders.
We have about 8 people now. I started it probably about a month ago, and we're just looking to have more people join and just have a lot of fun.
For more information on the Crusader Skaters and how to get involved, you can check them on Instagram or crusadermedia.com. Sadie is here with us now, and she has some interesting news to talk about from the sports world. What is going on, Sadie?
Thanks, Emma. Let me tell you all about it. Evangel's men and women's golf teams finished their seasons this week on a positive note. The women's team knocked off Cody College for the 2nd time since Tuesday. They concluded their season with a 3rd-place win, as did the men's team. Both teams played at Prairie Highlands Golf Club in Olathe, Kansas. Coach John Jenkins said that this was the first time that many of his athletes had played in a match play event, and he was proud of how hard they fought. Speaking of golf, PGA golfer Phil Mickelson and NBA's Hall of Famer Charles Barkley are teaming up to compete against NBA sharpshooter Steph Curry and renowned quarterback Peyton Manning in a golf match at Stone Canyon Golf Club in Arizona. The match is called Champions for Change, and it will promote diversity, equality, and inclusion. This event will be an alternate shot match play format, so make sure to tune in to TNT on November 27th to see the results. In the NFL, the team president of the Washington football team, Jason Wright, is considering keeping the placeholder team name for next year. The previous name was the Washington Redskins, but the team retired the 87-year-old name on July 13th after a 10-day review. The football team's owner, Dan Snyder, previously said that he would never change the name, but after George Floyd's death in May, he decided to reconsider his previous statement. Miami Dolphins rookie quarterback Tua Tagovailoa is getting his chance to shine as he will start for the Dolphins in Week 8 against the Los Angeles Rams. The Dolphins get a bye week, giving the new starting quarterback 2 weeks to prepare. Tagovailoa's start is a surprise to some since the Dolphins are on a winning streak with Ryan Fitzpatrick, who has the 7th best QBR in the NFL. Dolphins believe that the young new quarterback is the start of a new era. Back to you, Emma.
Thanks, Sadie. Coming up next, we find out how Washington man accidentally burns down a trailer home. Stay tuned.
Open up your books to page 360.
Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
About inspirational
I
quotes.
forgot how to English.
You gotta
I
believe
was
in
only
yourself.
doing, like,
Don't ever play yourself.
Yeah, I forgot
the
how
key
to
is to
English.
make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Stay tuned. Trailer burned
Adventure
down man
can be
in
found
Washington.
anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow.
No.
Snow-covered trees.
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
Activities Board is known as one of the most active student organizations of campus. AB holds several events every semester to get the campus involved and active. Kaylin Fulland-Hollinger has more on the story.
Board is one of the most active student organizations on campus. Every semester, they host multiple fun events for students to enjoy, such as the upcoming Harvest Fest Variety Show. For this, it takes people with dedication and purpose.
I joined AB because I feel like the events that AB puts on are a big part of Evangel's community, and I wanted to be a part of helping make that happen because I personally feel that I met a lot of my friends or made great memories with my friends at AB events, and I wanted to help do that for other students.
Meetings are led with devotionals, and new members are welcomed with open arms into this caring community.
I would recommend joining Activities Board because it is a great family of people that all have the same motive to make a community at Evangel, and it's also really fun to put the hard work in to make an event happen and then see it come through and see all your fellow students enjoying the work you did, especially with like Harvest Fest. We're split up into teams, and like I'm in decor team, so I'll get to see my decor displayed at Harvest Fest and watch all my fellow students enjoying it.
Advisor Christy Rowden laments that meetings this semester cannot be as up close and personal as in previous years, but she commends AB members for going all in and continuing to do good work for Evangel's campus despite the COVID-19 restrictions. The Activities Board is full of members of our Evangel community, hardworking and dedicated to making fun events for their fellow students. Their creativity and compassion can make even a year like this one chock full of fun events. I, for one, can't wait to see what they do next. For Newswatch, I'm Kaylin Fulland-Hollinger.
Thanks, Kaylin. Washington man using narcotics accidentally burns down trailer home trying to get rid of raccoons. Authorities reported that no one was injured in the fire. Fox News reported that the 38-year-old man had been using narcotics when he grew frustrated with the raccoons living under his home. While trying to reach the raccoons, the man knocked over a candle and set his home ablaze. Firefighters arrived at the scene and put out the fire. No one else was home and no one was injured. Now, Braden, has this weather this season left us? Because it feels like we're missing out on those crisp fall temperatures.
Well, it was looking like that for a second, but we're getting into those colder temperatures at the moment. So today it's going to be sunny. That's not on the 7-day forecast, but today it's going to be sunny. Soak it up as much as you can, because this upcoming week we have a lot of clouds in the sky. There's not a day. We might have like some clouds parting, but otherwise it's going to be mostly cloudy. You can see some rain on the forecast. You can also see some snow later on. We're dipping into those freezing temperatures with about 32 degrees at the lowest and 61 at the highest. So it's definitely going to be cold. Soak up your last day of quote-unquote summer today as much as you can, but otherwise, that's our weather for this week. It's going to be cold.
Well, it looks like we're finally somewhat maybe getting back to normal. We're making a slow progress to that, it looks like.
So what I'm hearing is swimming today, skiing next week. But
Oh, gee whiz. The man with the raccoon, oh man, probably better way to get rid of raccoons than setting your house ablaze. That's all the time we have for this week. I'm Emma Armstrong.
And I'm Morgan Pagel. This has been Newswatch Today. Join us again next week.